Call of Duty, in a recent announcement, has just let us know that they're not going to release back-to-back titles in this franchise going forward, due to the lackluster performance, and they mentioned lackluster performance of Black Ops 7, which just has me thinking, boy howdy, do they not know what the problem is there. It hasn't been, it's been a while since it's been a real knockout of the park for Call of Duty. Obviously, the titles themselves have been pretty bland for a while now. You've probably got to go back to Advanced Warfare for me for a title that was a bit grounded, had creativity. I mean, some of, Modern Warfare 2 and 3 were okay, but I didn't love them. I didn't love them, it didn't grab me. I'm a little bit older now, so that's all fine. Warzone, however, was revolutionary for the time, and that really did grab the zeitgeist for quite a while. But instead of sort of baking those jelly beans and spending them later, and this is the problem with live for service games sometimes, is that they just try to milk every single dollar out of it, and then they kind of project that revenue year on year, that it is going to boom and it is going to continue growing, and it becomes this live for service almost like ball and chain that you need to lug up a hill. Like, if you look at Destiny, everyone's saying that Destiny's really struggling. It's still a top 100 game right now, which blows my mind on Steam, at least for Steam numbers. Do you know how many people would chop off their left arm to have a game in the top 100 played right now, today? But yeah, but it's struggling with player numbers, which is unbelievable. It's the same thing with like Call of Duty and these sort of games. They need to be behemoths now. They can't just be okay. They just can't be good, because there's so much marketing spent behind them. There's so many staff that work there that have little say on the game. And it's wild to me that they're just like, oh, we're not going to go back to back. That's why this was a flop, because it was just too much on Treyarch to have two games come out back to back. And also people got a bit fatigued with the series. If they think that that's the problem, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I would say that the biggest problem with Call of Duty right now is sort of creativity or any real direction that this franchise has. Back in the day, and I'm going to go back, and again, these games might not be for me anymore. In my Call of Duty review, I did say, like, this game just might not be for me anymore. I'm 37 years old. Back when I was 20, this game was for me. I still love shooters though, so maybe it should be for me, but anyway. But I'm just saying, like, it's super fast twitch, there's a lot of things going on the screen. It might be a little bit more for the, I had to give up my Mountain Dew and Red Bull a while ago, and I think that that's what you need to be good at Call of Duty online. So part of my hate for it is that I can't hack it anymore online. There is a bit of jealousy there. But I love the other games, like even from Call of Duty 1 onwards, every game was better than the one that came out before it. Maybe not better critically, but there was always something that they were pushing. There was something new, there was a different design, there was a different feel to the game. When they released Modern Warfare, it blew everyone away. The fact that the multiplayer at the time, and there's a lot of rose-colored goggles with that, because that and the Halos and Halo 2 and those sort of things were kind of the first games that just had that like mass online appeal for games, just for everyone to be able to play. I know there was games before it, but that was like the real intro for a lot of people with online gaming to sink time into it and get good at it. But the game after that was World at War, which was like a pretty brutal game. It still had all the multiplayer elements, and it built off what Modern Warfare did, but it changed it in a different way. And I don't mind that this last Call of Duty took a swing for the fences, right? Like, I don't mind that the campaign was balls to the wall crazy. I think, like, you can get away with every 5 years or every 4 years maybe making a Fast and Furious Call of Duty game. I honestly think you could get away with that. It's just, it wasn't good, and it wasn't led up to be, hey, this is Fast and Furious, guys, like, this is going to be insane. We're going into space, which they did do in Infinity War. But I think you need, like, a grounded game as well in the middle of that. Maybe a real good competitive multiplayer game somewhere in there. Just have this cycle of a 5-year span of what to expect from Call of Duty, where there's creativity and there is a direction. There is an actual path forward. People have gotten together to say, yes, we need to do this. It just seems so corporate right now. Like I said in multiple videos, I come from a heavy corporate background, and it's just, there's so many cooks in the kitchen, and you can just see it. Like, I've never done the corporate world with it, with art or a creativity project, and you can just see, like, a board of C-level staff aren't going to be good at what is creative. It's kind of, they somewhat can go hand in hand, but you kind of need to trust one side to do the right thing and the other side to do that, and both sides not really have an opinion on what the other one's doing. There can be, like, little bits and bobs of, like, hey, we got a Doritos commercial, can we stick a Doritos packet in there? Movies have been doing that for years. But this series just has nothing. It has nothing anymore. Like, what? It's just all over the place. Like, even the last Call of Duty, I didn't love it. Like, I like that it was a little bit more open world and there was things to do, but I still didn't love it. And I haven't loved a Call of Duty campaign since, I think, Advanced Warfare. Maybe World War II. I didn't hate World War II as much, even though it was a little bit more movie kind of based. I'd say it's sort of movie war, America's hero, that sort of stuff. But I didn't hate it. Vanguard wasn't terrible either, but yeah, just most of them really haven't grabbed me, and they've just been really difficult to get into. It's just this, and now we're starting to get more and more of like AI and less staff working on this, and you know, we need more, because we need that money for the Imagine Dragons trailer. We need the sweet trailer with the celebrities, and when that money needs to go there, we can't have 10 devs working on this. That needs to go to Zac Efron to blow up something. That's important. It's important that we get a Seth Rogen skin into Warzone, which again's fine. You can do that kind of game, and that's why you got Warzone, right? Like, I think it just everything's really built to just funnel people back into Warzone. I feel the last few games, and it's not really about, hey, this is a standalone game and Warzone's a separate thing, which I would love it to be. And it's just, yeah, because I just think like the people that really want a good multiplayer experience in Call of Duty are probably done with Warzone. Like, I've definitely had my Battle Royale fill for the last few years. And it's been a while since, like, PUBG shut down the Australian server, so I've kind of been out of that zeitgeist for a while. But, yeah, it's just, Call of Duty never really grabbed me in the Warzone side of things. But I just really want a good campaign. I want to play zombies. I want even Spec Ops and these sort of things. Just these innovative game modes, and it's just like they haven't done anything new in over a decade with this franchise outside of Warzone. I'll give them credit there, and they had that DMZ for a bit too, but that's more what I would say is their premium online service. The actual stock game has done nothing new for 10 years. It's just like, oh, Treyarch's making it, we're getting zombies. Oh, it's this, we're getting that. Sledgehammer's making this, we know what we're getting, these things. It's just rinse and repeat, and a lot of people are sick of it. It's been 20 years now of the same game coming out, just worse. And it's just like, how have we gone backwards? How has this franchise gone backwards? And again, I don't mind like, oh, they took a swing for the fence and it's just not it. But maybe our standards are higher than they used to be, because like Halo's gone through this as well. A lot of those, oh boy, we've got sirens and stuff going on. A lot of those games that were huge in the mid-aughts that are still around now are really struggling to stay relevant. And it's probably just because everyone grew up and they just kind of didn't. They just threw what they thought was good and what they wanted to make maybe in 2005, but now, and it's like, well, we've kind of progressed a bit, and they just haven't really gone with the times, and very stubbornly have just stuck with the path and just gone, no, you will like this. Here's Imagine Dragons. Here's some rock band. Here's Kiss. It's just, let's just get marketing hype behind it, and let's get the logo on the sphere. It's everything I hate about gaming and media, of just like, let's get the hype around it, instead of, let's make a good game, and then have people just say, oh man, this is a really good game. This is a really good game. And then people will play it. And that's the thing that boggles my mind. That always works. If you make a good game, people will pay it and people will buy it. I don't think there's many good games that like end up in the end not being profitable, if it's a really good game. Yeah, so it just blows my mind. Like the amount of money that's behind these companies, especially, you know, Activision, who merged with Blizzard and now are owned by Microsoft. And Microsoft getting some flack. I think this is the second game that's been released with Xbox. Those two would have already been started to be worked on before Xbox bought that. I think they took over in 2024 from memory. So like Xbox would have had very little to do with this. I think the use of AI probably didn't help, because that's Microsoft's whole thing of, hey, use more AI, and the games just got worse. So I'm worried about the next Call of Duty as well. I don't think many people are talking about this, but the next Call of Duty is probably pretty set in stone of what it's going to be, right? Like, it's been worked on for a while. If there's AI being used, it's just going to be more slop. Hope I'm wrong. I've been wrong. I'd love a good Call of Duty to come out, guys. Like, I really would. But it's just, yeah, it doesn't seem to be happening. Anyway, that's my rant about Call of Duty. If anything sparked a comment, put that down below. We respond to everything that comes through. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, because that really does, both of those really help us out. You'll be surprised if someone new subscribes to a video, it seems to do a little bit better, and if a few people like it, same thing, it does quite well. But anyway, I'm going to edit this up, cut this up, and get on out of here. My name is Brenton. This is Redland Live. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.